Here we are on one of the back roads of Mt Coot-Tha, which is a lovely motorcycling area that I'll introduce you to with this episode. Mt Coot-Tha itself is really popular in Brisbane as a tourist destination, mostly as the local high lookout point for the Brisbane area. It's quite neat. There's a beautiful botanic gardens at the bottom of it. But really, I just enjoy traveling there and doing a bit of a ride around. It's a varied area. It's good for cruises. It's good for a nice warm-up or just a reminder of what we're doing. So I'll show you the quick route through. Now, Google suggests, obviously, the city routes through the tunnels. Ignore that completely and take a different route through the suburbs. If you're heading from Northside, then this is going to work perfectly for you. I generally take Beckett Road every single time that I go there because I really don't like Gympie Road. It's got some really magical spots, including this really good 5-way roundabout straight up onto Old Northern Road. And then as we move down Old Northern Road past the school and into Everton Park, you get a lot of long corners, lots of hills, lots of ups and downs and everything, and it's pretty much all 2 lanes the whole way. So in terms of improving your journey to Coot-Tha itself, this is a much more interesting area to be heading through rather than your standard Google suggestion. When we get to Jubilee Terrace, just here with this turn, our roads start to get very interesting. Lots of off-camber sections, lots of interesting little bottlenecks like that one just there with the convertible Mustang. And you'll find that the journey itself starts to ramp up a little bit in terms of the complexity. You don't have to do this in any particularly difficult way. If you drive a car, it feels pretty normal. But when you get corners like this Kennedy Terrace turn, which a big sweeping right hand, uphill, downhill, off camber section, it gets pretty interesting. Now, option A is your standard Google route down Boundary Road through all of these fun little roundabouts. It is quite good. And I would recommend it a few times, if only for this series of corners. Just watch this for a second. A little less 2000 there. Lovely. Make sure you wave to the people who look twice for bikes. It's quite courteous of them. Alright, from there, just shoot down onto this overpass. The overpass itself is not featured on Google Maps, which is quite confusing for some reason as I zoom in there. That's okay. It's all pretty obvious when you're actually on the road. From that overpass, you shoot through this little side roundabout on the south side of the cemetery, and you have arrived. Now, option B, you're going to be heading right at that intersection at the start of that Barden area, and you're going to head down Simpson Road. There's 2 routes on Simpson Road. We're going to take the Stewartham route down past the school because it has more corners, but a better view of Brisbane when you come out on top of that little launch. It's a 50 section through here, so don't speed along too fast. You're going past a school, you're going past suburban houses, so don't be rude while you're doing it. But enjoy the view for this section before it takes you down past the cemetery and you rejoin anyway. If you get caught behind someone here, they will do about 30 or 40 though, so it might take a couple of laps to have a nice run like this one. The other option for heading out that way is just to take Simpson Road straight out to the mountain itself, which I only really realized when I looked up the maps for this. But we're here now. This space is really popular for motorcycles, it's quite popular for cars, and you'll find that whenever you're there, there's going to be a pretty interesting mixture of both. Lots of different people come out here for the walks, they come out here to learn how to ride their motorcycles on, hilly roads that aren't Coot-Tha. But in general, it's just a really nice space for you to relax and enjoy. And in terms of having just a little driving area to go where you don't even have to leave your car, perfect. So have a look through these sections. I'm not going to show you an entire lap. I will do a 10-minute video lap upload of this at some point. But for now, just enjoy the corners that we do have here, and scope it out, and then make your own plans to head on out to the mountain itself. So you can see what I mean by it being a gentle, pretty basic, lovely little area. There's a cafe here where you can stop and, you know, enjoy the sunset. There's a variety of different spaces which are not so commercial. But for the most part, in terms of a trip out from Brisbane, which might take you an hour, you could spend 3 hours out here doing a variety of different things. You can bring your own picnic. It's just nice. It's nice to be able to do a little adventure kind of deal so close to home. For me, it's only half an hour away. You know, that's never a big deal for me to scoot out and do a mountain walk with some of my friends, or just to come out here with my girls and enjoy the space as a little adventure for them. They absolutely love it to bits. Or if I just happen to be on the bike, easy. Quick lap, sorted. It will satisfy me when I don't want to spend 3 hours tackling, you know, a much larger trip heading out to Daybra or heading up to Fernvale or something ridiculous. It's easy, it's compact, and if you've not been here, or if it's been a while, it's definitely worth you coming back and having a peek.